Ralin Yezen Gatis Gandaka Matres Kagimage, Love Hub DJ Flippin now. Makharches Gandako Rakimesh Jumru Yota Mara Hiaskan.
So yo, I would love to talk about Ant Shelton and the impact did he have in your life? Well, in just that whole time period, because we were just outside talking about Holly Springs, and I think sometimes I look back on Holly Springs and just like the impact it had on my life, because it was such like we were talking about a close knit black community.
All throughout the Tri-9 for real.
Yeah.
Because you gotta think, we knew all them boys at Cary, we knew all them boys at Middle Creek, we knew all them boys at Apex. I knew all them boys, like the rec center in Apex.
Yeah.
The Cary Y, Holly Springs Y, that's where it went down.
Yeah.
Holly Springs Y, that's where it went down.
Yeah. I got suspended for a month one time getting in a fight there.
Nick
Verbal
Sorrell?
altercations, huh?
With Nick Sorrell?
You are. How did you?
Bro, I remember that shit. How can I forget? That shit was crazy. Bro, I was at the Y every day though. I was up there every day, bro. I was gym rat for real.
Yo, shout out Nick Sorrell. He's doing well. Left-handed, has he?
Bro, I used to be at the Y so much, bro. I used to take naps in the locker room. I'd be out there all day.
Yo, I used to be at the Y. Matter of fact, I was at the Y when Bron made his decision to go to Miami. Yeah, I was there and that we were shooting around. Yeah. Yo, shout out to Holly Springs.
You know, I was with Ant Shelton and them at Nationals when Brian made his decision.
Word.
Yeah, I was with them boys.
Shit, we met at the Holly Springs Y. Yeah, it's So okay, so yeah, can you? I would love to hear, just like the family side, but also like the basketball side, just like you and Ant's relationship. Cause I know you were kind of alluding to. Yeah.
Or Ant Shelton.
Ant Doyle.
Ant Doyle?
Yeah.
So yeah, I met Ant 6th to 7th grade. I met Ant 7th grade at Lufkin.
I remember Lufkin.
Yeah, we went to Lufkin Road together. So when I got there, me and Ant rode the same bus. The day before, I ain't had no shoes for school, so I had got a ride to Foot Action. You remember Foot Action?
Yeah. You saw the locker, the jerseys.
What? They had some type of sale. They used to have all types of crazy ass.
Hell yeah, all the time.
So I ain't had no shoes, so I went up there, scraped up about $40, had somebody take me out there, bought them white Pro Kids. I think that's what they was. Anyway, I rocked them shits to school the next day. Ant had the same pair on, and we was on the bus together, so like started chopping it up and shit, and goddamn, that's how we started really vibing and shit. And then Ant was tall as hell in middle school. He was like probably like, bro, 8th grade I was 6'3". Ant was probably like my same height. Okay. Ant the same height he is now. That's how tall he was in 8th grade.
Yeah, because I remember when Ant came to Holly Springs, I was like, damn, this dude is tall.
Ant was big as hell, bro. For a while, he was taller than me. Like, I've been tall my whole life. Ant was tall as hell. He just stopped growing. That's
crazy. How tall is he? He's 6'3"?
Ant about 6'3" now, yeah.
That's crazy, man. Yo. So, like, at one... Sorry, you might have to pull on the janky shit. So, y'all met, you said middle school?
Yeah, 7th
Okay,
grade.
yeah, Lufkin. Because Lufkin, they didn't have a gym, right?
Nope. We played at the community
center. Yes. So, did y'all have, like, similarities outside of basketball? Did y'all really, like, connected over?
Similarities? Shit. Nah, like I said, me and Ant been complete opposites from the jump. It's just goddamn, Ant got a certain spirit about him. You feel me? He a hard guy not to like, for real.
He's a very likable guy, man.
Very likable guy. So when I met him, you know, and I think this is what brought us together. And he's mixed. You know what I'm saying? His mom's basically white. So he lived with his mom. So like being around me, the black side, like the black culture. You know what I'm saying? Like he come over to where we at. He eating soul food, shit like that. Miss Danielle can't cook. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, like, me and Ant vibe. You know, of course, girls, you know what I'm saying? Like, high school stuff, you feel me? Like, Me and Ant was on the same type time, and then basketball just brought us even closer.
Word. Yo, Ant, because he's still coaching to this day, right?
Yeah, he coached AAU.
Yeah. I remember I got to see him play when I was, because I went to UNCG.
Mm-hmm.
And
he was at Chat.
Yeah, yep. And I remember going up to see him play, and I was so excited because Ant's one of them dudes. It's just like one thing that always impressed me about him is that, because he's 4 years younger than me too.
Yeah.
He always made me feel like I should be more composed because he was just so composed. And it's interesting because I feel like composure and just balance is like two words I think of when I think of Ant. And I feel like that's how he played. It
used to drive us crazy because times we needed him to be like Ant, just like Brian, bro.
Yeah,
he's mild mannered. You know what I'm saying? He's very cool, like relaxed all the time. So at times when like we was yin and yang, I'm the crazy one. I'm the hothead. I'm the one that's gonna get in the fights. Middle school, 7th grade, ejected out of games, throwing niggas in stands, like, you know what I'm saying? Ant right next to me, like, bro, chill, bro. Like, you gotta chill, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? He really calmed me down, and I turned him up. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause we'd be losing. Me and Ant was one of the best duos of 2013 in the state, easy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, when we playing against, like, we got a tough game or something, I look at Ant and be like, bro, fuck all that cool shit, bro, let's go. Fuck that light skin shit. Ant turn up. Ant been done dunked on somebody, went off for 30 because he don't want to hit my mouth. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it was. And when I would get too high, like too turned up, and be like, Flip, come on now. You gotta chill. And so I respect anything that come out of that boy's mouth. So, you know what I'm saying? I just took it for what it was.
Yeah, shout out Ant, man. So kind of onto the AAU circuit, could we start kind of talking about out there? Like that experience, because I basically played for one of them teams that we had to pay for our own tournaments and shit. We weren't good. You know what I'm saying? Like we were playing for fun.
Well, AAU got popping a little bit after y'all though, right?
Yeah, AAU, it was on the rise. I feel like once YouTube, man, YouTube kind of just made everything bigger and brighter. And so my AAU experience was like I said, normal middle school gyms. You know what I'm saying? Like, but what was it like for you? And like, what's it like getting recruited, yo? What is that shit like? Because I always wanted to get recruited.
Shit, so 9th grade, when our era of high school basketball, it didn't matter much. It was AAU. That's where you was going to make your name. That's where you was going to get your offers. And so if you made your name summertime going into 8th grade or summertime going into whatever grade, that's when they come to your school. You know what I'm saying? If they like you in the summertime, they're going to pull up in the winter and come check you out.
Okay, that makes sense.
So my freshman year, I had chose to play JV just because, like, I ain't really rock with Coach Jordan like that. I'm going to be honest. He might see this, he might not, but I'm going to be honest. I ain't really rock with the staff like that. I felt like they ain't never get a chance to really know me. You know what I'm saying? They took, like, they paid attention to other guys, but, like, they ain't really show no interest in me. You know what I'm saying? No matter how good I thought I was or whatever was going on. So I ain't really like the vibe. I really like Coach Williams a little better. You know what I'm saying? And at that time, I wasn't too serious about, like, basketball in the first place. I knew I was good. I knew I could play, but I was playing because it was fun to play with Ant. You know what I'm saying? So freshman year, I chose to play JV. I remember me and Ant, we ended up going to an elite camp that summer before 9th grade, the Phenom camp.
Bob Gibbons?
No, this wasn't Bob Gibbons. This was Rick Lewis's camp.
Word, okay.
Yeah, so we would go, and that was my first time there. And they put me with the older guys because I was tall. Like, they split it up, freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors. But they ended up putting me with the juniors and seniors because I was like tall. So, bro, I did my thing.
Word, okay.
Went crazy. I seen LaCurtis there. He was going crazy. We actually played against each other. You know what I'm saying? He remembered this. But, like, I went crazy. I dunked on a lot of people. And this is, like, the top talent in the state there. So if you knew anything about North Carolina in 08, 09, 2010, 2011, there's a lot of talent.
Man.
There's a lot of talent.
Yeah.
A lot of them guys are in the NBA right now. So,
yeah.
So I went crazy. when we got to school, probably like right before basketball season, I was the kid that would Google his name every day, just like looking to see what's out there. I Google my name one day, I see I'm on ESPN, bro.
Word.
What? I'm like, nah, this gotta be wrong. So I get to looking, I start finding articles from the camp. They like, yo, this guy has crazy potential, left hand. He can play
Word.
2 through 4. Like, they was talking crazy. Like, that's what made me start taking it, like, super serious. Because I ain't know none of them guys there. I was just hooping. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm just hooping. So, like, I did my thing. They ranked me. And then, out of nowhere, I just started getting offers. I get a lot of mail that came to my house, a lot of mail that came to the school. And then, like, coaches would start calling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got my first offer my freshman year from Richmond University. And I was on JV, bro. And wasn't nobody else on the team, on varsity. Nobody else in the program was getting offers. You know what I'm saying? Holly Springs was a fairly new school, so offers were, like, foreign to the sports program, period, bro.
Yeah.
So and I started getting letters that, like, started opening a lot of eyes around the school. I started getting treated a little different. I got even before Ant. This was like before Ant even started blossoming. You know what I'm saying? So it was like that shit was crazy. They bring me my mail like in the morning. You remember lunchtime? We all together.
Yeah.
I mean, in the morning before the bell ring, we all together. So like
In the cafeteria, yeah.
Coach Williams would find me, hand me my mail. And all my friends like, ooh, the nigga got mail. He getting this, he getting that. So like, you know what I'm saying? That's when I started getting offers. And then that freshman year, I played with the Cary Cougars. I played with their young team, but like anybody know anything about Cary, it's all white. All my teammates were white, and at that time I was on 10 every day.
I'm not gonna lie. Thinking about you and Cary, just for reference at home, you can Google this. Cary was voted safest city in North Carolina multiple times from 2010 to 2020. So thinking about you and Cary
was not ready for me, bro. Like I was turned. I was talking shit to the kids. The kids' parents say something. I'm talking shit to the parents. Your son soft, all types of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I was an exceptional talent. I was 6.
Right.
At ninth grade, I was 6'5". Ninth grade, I was 6'5", and I was dunking, catching lobs. You know what I'm saying? Scoring. So I was way better than everybody else on the team. So they kept me around. They even tried to get me to go to Cary Academy.
No. Wait, so did you know it's a man, it's so many people from Cary Academy, I forgot. Walton. Cameron?
Cam Walton?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yo, cause I remember I played against his brother.
Yo, Cam.
That dude can hoop. I hooped against him one time at the Cary Y. The Cary Y, by the way, man. It's
Sunday.
some killers in there on Sunday.
That's where I met EJ.
EJ Ross?
Yeah. This was before we was even allowed to come on the court.
Man, EJ Ross give me nightmares to this day. Man, EJ, that whole North Carolina basketball, like you said, from and just specifically, Jesus, 919 basketball.
Yeah, because you got to think who's coming out to 919 from 08 to our class. John, you had EJ, CJ.
That's John Wall, by the way.
Yeah. CJ Leslie.
Yeah.
TJ Warren.
Ooh.
Torian Graham, Rodney Purvis, Bishop Daniels.
Ooh.
Josh Newkirk, Devontae Graham, Brandon Ingram, Reggie Bullock.
Dez Wells.
PJ Harrison. Bruh. Deuce Bello, Ike Nwamu, Quentin Miller. Quentin Miller came out.
Oh, Q.
Yeah, Q time. He came out there and started playing high school ball out there.
I forgot about. Damn.
And that's
Ryan, but no, he's from here.
I ain't even say like all the. Then you had the white boys, the Plumleys. The Plumleys went to. They was in North Carolina. Aaron Roundtree, bro. North Carolina had it like so.
Yeah.
So think about it.
Ryan Kelly.
Ryan Kelly. If I'm a freshman and I'm competing like that around them guys getting ranked and stuff, then you know what I'm saying, I'm feeling myself a little bit.
Yeah.
So Cary didn't work. But I will say this, I had got moved up. I was on like the 14, 15U, but I got moved up to 17U to go with them to Nationals. And Nick Stevens, shout out Nick Stevens High School.
Hey, shout out Nick Stevens, man.
For sure.
Seriously.
He was the coach at the time, well, the assistant coach. And you know what I'm saying, I did my thing out there. We lost in the semifinals in nationals. And he had ended up hitting me up like later on during the year, like during the school year, and asked me if we wanted to play in the Glaxo. Like he called me before Coach Jordan. You know what I'm saying? We was that tight. Like, yeah, he was a dope dude, but he put us in the Glaxo, bro. Me and Ant Name blossomed even more, bro. That shit was crazy. It was like all the dominoes just started falling.
Man, I remember when y'all played in the Glaxo.
Did you come?
Yeah, because y'all played. I ended up, cause I remember I was in college and I came home for break.
We were supposed to play Cat. We were supposed to play Carl Anthony Town, but their flight got canceled because of the snowstorm.
Yes.
And they made us flip a coin.
Yes. Because I went like 2 years in a row. Cause were y'all? This was y'all junior year or sophomore year?
This was junior year. We went. Let me think. Yeah, junior year.
Was Bishop still at? Was that Bishop?
No.
No. Was Ryan? No, Ryan. Was that the? No, damn. Was that the first year y'all played the Glaxo? I know. I don't want to waste camera time. I know I went out there.
It might have been our senior year, to be honest. No, it was junior year. It had to be junior year for sure. Cause I was still playing AAU summertime. I ain't play AAU senior year. So yeah, for sure.
Okay, we'll talk about this off camera. Yeah, cause my Glaxo years be getting messed up. Cause I know I was there. It would have been your freshman year. Cause I remember CJ catching a crazy putback.
Yeah.
I remember watching the Plumlee, the youngest Plumlee play.
Yeah.
By the way, because that's the John Wall Invitational now, right?
Yeah.
I wish they would change it back to Glaxo.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But I guess so. Moving forward for like your basketball career, what are your personal goals? Because I feel like 28 is like the prime of an athlete.
Yeah.
You know, your mind's in its prime, and your body's in its prime.
Yeah, I've learned so much about this game that's just made the game. So if I knew what I know now back then, like, bruh, angles, using your body, getting to your spots, like, it's a lot of stuff that I've incorporated into my game now that just like put me at my peak. So I think my goals for now is just like, you know, play as long as I can, longevity, perform at a high level against the best talent that don't make it to the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Because it's 500 players in the NBA. It's 8 billion people in this world. So you got to think it's a lot of basketball players out here. So you find some exceptional talent overseas.
Yeah.
So, like, my thing is, like, dominate that, do my thing. If I make it to the NBA, I make it. If I don't, I don't. Still blessed to play this game. Still blessed to have people on other sides of the earth know who I am. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To support me and, like, you know, like, encourage me. So I think my biggest goal is just to, like, you know what I'm saying, still enjoy it. Because, like, it's a business now. This ain't high school. Like, I'm not playing for offers. I'm not playing to make the crowd go crazy. I'm playing to make the crowd go crazy, but if I don't make the crowd go crazy, it's a problem. You'll get sent home. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you don't perform, they're going to send you home. So my thing is, like, longevity. Stay in it. Stay competitive. You know what I'm saying? Kill, do my thing, and ultimately provide for my family.
So what is that like? Like, because right now you said, I guess the last team you played for is in Argentina. And
Yeah.
you've been to how many different countries?
I played in Armenia twice, Eastern Europe, played in Uruguay, Montevideo, and Argentina.
Are any of those English-speaking countries?
No.
So what's the language barrier like on top of the rigor of basketball?
That's the biggest hurdle you're going to have to go through, the language. Because, like, you got to think, if we mid-play on defense, say we playing defense, and they switch the defense up, but in their language, like, you're going to have to, like, you got to use all your skills. You got to pay attention. You got to read lips. You got to do a lot of stuff. Like, it's a lot of stuff incorporated into overseas that makes it difficult that like people don't account for it here.
I'm not gonna lie. I've never thought about the impact that would have on, I guess, the added level of focus you need.
Bro, you have to literally tune everything out. Game days, I really didn't even talk to anybody. I ain't turn on no TVs, no nothing. Like, I gotta lock in, I gotta watch film so I can get all this stuff down and like pay attention. I gotta learn tendencies of my teammates, so I know when they want to switch, so I know when they want to follow, get through the screen. Like, I gotta pay attention to a lot of stuff, bro. It's a lot.
So, what's a locker room like? Like, do y'all have translators, or is it literally just the coach talking and you kind of like, all right? It's crazy to me.
But like a lot of times you'll have like a few players that can speak some.
Okay, true.
They
Okay,
can speak some stuff. If they can't speak it, they can understand it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I had a guy on my team, an older guy. He's like 32. He could speak Spanish. I mean, he could speak English. He played at Rhode Island for 2 years.
Word. Okay.
So he picked up pretty well on English. Yeah, so he helped me a lot. Yeah, bro, it's tough.
Yo, that is interesting. And like you said, a lot of people probably don't account for that. And so I'm glad you used that word. As just a professional athlete in general, but as a professional basketball player, what do you think in this current, in what I consider just everybody, it's so easy for people to just judge and say, oh, you know, such and such can't hoop or something's trash, and they probably never started in high school.
Right.
You know, for somebody like me who has enough self-awareness to realize I wasn't a starter in high school, you know what I'm saying, and to really ask, like, what do you think is the most unaccounted for thing just about being an athlete, or just like what do people miss or don't get?
The discipline. It's like we have to discipline ourselves all the way around. Like when speaking on the Brittany Griner situation that we was talking about.
Oh yeah.
Like for an athlete, I feel like most athletes, when they saw what happened with her situation, yes, everybody felt bad at first, but then you got to think to yourself, like, damn, why would she have weed in the airport? Like, we all know what's at stake. Our agents talk to us when we travel. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, listen, make sure you don't have this, make sure you don't have that. You got to be on point. Everybody, none of us are, we all got to follow the rules. You know what I'm saying? Right. At the end of the day, athlete or not, and especially being an American in a foreign country, like, you got to follow them 10 times more because all eyes are on you. You stick out like a sore thumb. She's Brittany Griner, the best player in Russia. You know what I'm saying? She's LeBron over there, of course. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, like...
Oh, I never thought about it like that.
Yeah, she's like LeBron over there. She gets paid more money there than she gets paid in the WNBA. WNBA is like her second job. This is her first job. So you got to think, like, with that being said, the spotlight is on you at all times. Even me, the spotlight on me at all times. Like, in the city I was in, the state I was in, I'm the only American there. I'm the only black guy. I'm the only one with dreads. Bro, no matter where I go in that state, they going to know who I am. You know what I'm saying? That's the black guy that plays for our city. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine me, like, getting caught up out there. Like,
yeah, okay.
They going to know. A funny story, I got two homeboys that played in Armenia while I was there. They ended up getting detained. Like, they was detained when the season was over and we went home. They couldn't go home. They was locked up.
Weed?
They had weed and they had got into like a couple little bar fights. So they locked their ass up and they was stuck out there for like almost a year. I ain't gonna say their names because they probably don't want their stuff out like that. But, you know, like,
yeah,
literally and that was before the Brittany Griner situation. So when I saw what happened with her, I was like, okay, makes sense. Because in some countries, they gonna chop your hand off. You cheat on your wife, they gonna chop your thing off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like, we all know the rules. We all know the expectations. Don't risk it. Don't risk it.
Yeah, because, like, I was going to ask you more about, like, do you feel like when you're on the court, well, are you Are you one of the only black players in the league, or just like in
Nah,
your?
it's other black players
Okay.
in the league. It's like, bro, it's like 60 teams. It's a lot of teams.
Oh,
So like, yeah, it's a lot of black guys, but to their respective states. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like North Carolina may have one black guy, South Carolina got another black guy,
that is crazy.
Georgia might have another black guy. So it's kind of like that. You know what I'm saying? And then there's some teams that don't have any foreigners. It's just straight Argentinians. So we all face the same challenges when we see each other. It's like, damn, bro, you going through that, ain't you? Like, damn, bro, I can already tell when I look at your team. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we all go through the same thing.
Yo, that's interesting. So what is it like dealing with the agent? Like, what was that process like? Like, did you? I've always thought like agents. What's the level of comfort? Like, were you looking for a certain level of comfort, or
Man, my journey was like I said, my journey was different. So I got kicked off of Livingstone my junior year. When I got kicked off of Livingstone, my brother was playing football in Canada in Montreal. So I went there and I was just training, straight training, like working out. He had like, you know what I'm saying, gave me a whole bunch of workouts to do. And I just got to work, trained, came back home. I was on Instagram, seen a trainer post like they was having some type of workout where agents would be there, but it was in Miami. So I ain't have nothing. I ain't have a dollar to my name. I'm coming right out of college. You know what I'm saying? I'm broke. So I had a car though. So I had got my sister had gave me gas money, drove my hoopty all the way from Raleigh to Miami.
damn?
I didn't even know if I was gonna make it, bro. I
That
ain't had no insurance. I ain't had no money
Oh.
to get it fixed. If anything happened, bro, it was just faith and a dream.
Hey.
Swear to God, bro. I drove that 14 hours all the way to the bottom of Florida and did my thing. Did my thing. I still got the footage. An agent that's very prominent in the game now, named Danny Green. He was brand new when we met. He didn't even have his FIBA license yet, but he took a liking to me. He saw the hunger. He saw everything. You could see when I play what type of nigga I am.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It sticks out for
It
real.
sticks out. So he saw that and he liked it. He had hit me up days later, and he signed me. And we was both taking a chance on each other because he didn't even have his license yet. And I was just getting kicked off my team. So we took a chance with each other, and like he really got my name out there, and like you know what I'm saying, he helped me out a lot.
Word. So to this day, so he said you're.
No, I actually got a different agent. Me and Danny parted ways, but shout out to him and everything that he's doing with his camp. Shout out to Samantha Greenberg. Shout out to the whole GSM family, man. That's family. But I'm with Bruno Fontana now. He's an Argentinian agent. My talents are best suitable for South America. I love Europe, but I like the vibe more in South America.
Word.
Yeah, the people, you know what I'm saying? It's a very friendly place to be. You know, they show mad love. Birthday, people leaving flowers by my doorstep.
Word.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah.
Oh man.
I'm gonna stay out this way. So I signed with him. We've been doing our thing.
Word, yo. It's interesting. I never thought about like that aspect of it, because when I think like someone hoops overseas, it's crazy. Like now that I'm really reviewing my perception of it, it's like I just think everyone's in the same, almost like country. But I never thought about the fact that like Europe is completely different. Damn.
It's very
From
different.
South
bro.
America.
It's very different. Like, and it's not as modern. Like, it's a beautiful place to be, but it's just not as modern as the U.S. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, you really find yourself when you go overseas, because you really by yourself. You know what I'm saying? I'm the only person who speaks fluent English in my state.
Word.
I looked at some old tweets of mine the other day. I remember in the beginning of the season, I had tweeted like, bro, I haven't had a English speaking interaction in months.
For real?
Think about it. Like, think about just like living your life, and for like 60 days you don't speak no English. You just like yes, no, and like figuring out Spanish. So like, you know what I'm saying? It's a little different.
I feel like that would make me a lot more intelligent.
There you go.
Like you really got me think. Like you start. You know, it's interesting how you can see somebody on the internet and like you know the internet is an interesting thing because it's like you can only really get
But so much.
yeah. But then like all this stuff, it makes sense. Like it makes sense. It's starting to make you make a lot of sense to me.
For sure. You learn a lot when you out there, bro. Like, you gotta think, like, you're living a whole life in this country. Like, basketball is a huge part of it, but it's times where you're not playing basketball. So you're living like a life in their culture. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a black guy. Like, it's just different, bro. It's different. They love black people out there, by the way. Shout out to Argentina, South America.
Word, yo. So before I tell a question about like the pay, but more so like the pay schedule. But what was it like being in Argentina after they won the World Cup?
Man, it's an experience I'll never forget. Like, I'll never forget it. Like, I stayed on the 6th floor of my building, so like immediately after they won, it's the middle of the daytime. You can just look out your window. The whole street, every street, even the trees, everything, flags, everybody outside. Like, it's like I've never been a part of anything like that before in my life. It was the craziest experience ever. People so happy running through the streets. They spraying water. The fire trucks out. The kids out. It's a celebration. They partying from sun up to sundown.
Cancel school.
They cancel everything, bro. All businesses are closed. I couldn't even find nothing to eat. Couldn't get nothing to eat. Like, if you want something to eat, you better go outside. Like, and then when you like at the bottom of my building, I could barely even open my door, bro. There's so many people outside just flooding the streets. You know what I did? Hopped to the middle of it and celebrated with them like I was from there or something. It was lit, bro. I had a great time.
Yo, and that's some possibly once in a lifetime shit. Cause you see, even with a player like Messi, you know, he finally got one. That's
man. And then like we watched the game in the street on a big like monitor. We watched the game in the street. So like every time they scored, yo, that's one of the most exciting sports moments I've ever been a part of. Like I have ever seen, like even over basketball, bro. Even over like a last second shot, that shit was crazy. It gave me chills being out there watching that, and I'm in like the midst of everybody enjoying it for they country.
Yo, what did it feel like when France scored those 2 quick goals to tie that shit? That shit was crazy.
It was crazy. Like I don't know. The stars came to play that night.
Oh yeah,
the stars was out. It was amazing to watch, man. It gives you it gives you more respect for professional athletes.
Yeah, I think that was my exact feeling because I think that's like what I appreciate. And like even sometimes I think more than winning. And I think it just made me I think this is why like I identify with LeBron sometimes. It just amazes me when like you can have that amount of pressure and you might not think of and not only perform but perform at a high level. Because I'm thinking to myself like I'm like there are probably 4 billion people watching this. The weight of a whole country and yeah, it's interesting. So like I don't know, like I feel like the biggest thing I picked up from this like is the intelligence I feel like that it takes as an athlete, and not only intelligence but like the level of focus, especially playing overseas because of that language. Because something about like being able to communicate different languages, I just feel like that's such a sign of high intelligence.
Bro, it's more than even just language, bro. It's body language as well, mannerisms as well, because like they don't have the same body language as we do. They might be completely happy, but it might look like their face won't show it. Like I had a teammate who used to yell and scream all the time. I'm thinking he's mad and speaking in Spanish and getting on players. The guy who spoke English on the team was like, no, bro, he's happy. He's telling everybody good job, and I could never tell. Their mannerisms and everything is just different. So like when you're talking to somebody and you're trying to like figure out what they're saying, you can't even go by like their body expressions, because like once you figure out what they're saying, their body expression didn't even match that. It's crazy, bro. Like you really gotta tone down everything that you think, basically, and throw it out the window, from basketball to just like walking in the street, bro. Cause like out here, tell me this: if you go to the gas station right now And the time you get out your car, walk in the store, and come out, it's a man that might be following you, staring at you in your eyes, like staring at you. He ain't got no expression on your face. If you're hearing that happens, what you gonna think?
I hope this nigga ain't finna rob me.
Out there, man, all they want to do is shake your hand, give you a hug. Welcome to my country. You don't know how many times that happened to me. I'm like in the store and it's somebody like staring, like looking hard, like damn, like here I'ma think it's smoke.
Yeah.
I'ma think it's smoke. Like, damn, bro, who is this? Bro, they just can't wait to say something to you. They might not even say nothing because they nervous.
That's interesting, yo.
So it give you a different perspective on life. I'm not like I used to be on 10, bro. Don't nothing rattle me no more, bro.
I'm telling you, man, I'll never forget when I started seeing you posting them weird white statues with these deep quotes. I was like, you know, and now like, yeah, I feel like you should write a book, man. Like all jokes aside, no, like for real, because this is the kind of shit that to me, like, this is like next level intelligence. You know what I'm saying? When you can move past man created languages and things and start to move to stuff that's like almost innate in subconscious movements and body language. That's when that's when you start reaching. Yeah, that's interesting, yo.
Yeah, bro. It's a lot. Like being overseas, that shit. Like people might not like they might not think it's what it is, but it's a lot, bro. It's a lot because you gotta think. You're taking over a whole state. Our games are on their TV channels. They tuning in all the time. It's people that's gonna know you when you walk outside. Like it's a different, like for me to be able to go far, far away into a different time zone and they remember who Flip is, they know number 7, you know what I'm saying? That's huge to me, bro. Especially the kids. Cause like as a kid, when I looked up to y'all and I was looking up to everybody else, it's certain people that stuck out to me that still stick with me to this day. You know what I'm saying? So like for those kids, shit, when they 25, 26, 27, they can say, shit, y'all remember when Flip was out here? You know what I'm saying? You remember that game? Flip did this? Like, I still talk like that about people I looked up to. So hopefully, you know what I'm saying, I can inspire one of them to like keep hooping, keep going.
Yo, that's real. So, I guess kind of one last question, because I remember you said something earlier about the importance of like someone to look up to. So I guess it's like a 2-part question. Who did you, I guess, look up to the most, or not even necessarily one person, maybe it's multiple people? And what kind of impact do you want to have for those who look up to you? Like what's one thing you really want to leave with people?
Shit, growing up, I looked up to Kobe. I looked up to the villains. I ain't even gonna lie. I like the villains because the villains always had a story nobody knew about. You know what I'm saying? So till they died and passed away, that's when they would like speak about. And when I say villain, I don't necessarily mean somebody that's like actually hurting people, but like people that most people don't agree with. You know what I'm saying? That most people like forget about. I don't think a lot of people realize it, but when Kobe was here, they didn't like him. They didn't like Kobe at all. So like I looked up to Kobe. I looked up to my older brother that played football, my brother Pop. He taught me a lot as a kid, man. He still teaches me to this day. Yeah, them two. Those were the biggest for me. Like Kobe was it though. Like everything he stood for. Like man, I watched the Dream Team when I was in Uruguay on Netflix, that documentary.
Oh yeah, great documentary.
Kobe's the one who really pointed out the language barrier thing. And I watched it at like 27 years old, and I'm watching, I'm like, yo, I'm living this right now.
Yeah.
He was just like, yo, pay attention to their body language. Pay attention to all of this. Yo, that's why I put that shit inside me, because like, you really have to tone in on that. And like, when you can do it on the court as well. Mannerisms, he do this before he like to shoot. He do that before he like to go this way. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, yeah.
Because like, it's not the States. It's a whole lot different. Like, it's a whole lot different. They're not as athletic, as creative, but if you can pick up on their mannerisms, you can pick up on like certain things, you'll be all right. So like, I'm still learning from Kobe to this day.
Yo, that's interesting, and especially because of how he grew up bilingual, and that I think that played a huge role in
Bro.
his intelligence.
Bro, my biggest thing now is I'm about to have a daughter, you know what I'm saying? So like I want to leave like a huge impact on her. You know what I'm saying? I want her to know like everything her pops went through, and I want her to I want her to come over, see what it's like there. You know what I'm saying? Watch me play, get the vibes of South America. I want her to be bilingual. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm working on my Spanish as well. Argentinian Spanish and the Spanish that we all know is totally different. It's so many different things,
Man.
so many different verbs. It's so many different. It's like a lot of different stuff. So like, I'm working on mine. I want my daughter to know Spanish, and ultimately, you know what I'm saying. I just want to be able to inspire all the kids that went through things similar to me. Cause like I know for a long time I felt alone. You know what I'm saying. I ain't never gonna say I was depressed because I've always been I've always believed in myself. You know what I'm saying? I've always known that I had a purpose. Ever since I got burned, I knew I had a purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like God brought me out of that. He let me walk. He let me learn to the best of my abilities. He let me, you know what I'm saying, be fruitful. So like I want to inspire all the kids that feel like they alone, that feel like they ain't got no help, that feel like ain't nobody gonna, you know what I'm saying, care about them or pay attention. You can do it.
Yo, man, yo, I appreciate you coming through. This, yo, it's a lot of great sound bites. Any last parting words?
Happy holidays. Hope everybody had a great New Year. You know what I'm saying? Stay safe, stay dangerous. Do your thing.
Okay, let's get it. We'll catch you on the flip. Pun intended.